Hey guys, how's it going? I hope you're having a great day. So I know I haven't posted a video in a while. I'm actually at college now, which is incredible. I'm so happy to be here. I know a lot of places have been shut down because of the whole pandemic. But anyways, today I want to talk about something that I found interesting. So, at the college I'm at, it's a liberal arts college, okay? A lot of confusion as to what exactly that means, but in a nutshell, it is basically trying to create a very well-rounded person who has their foot in, their foot in like many different areas of life, to really understanding like history, literature, philosophy, theology, political science, you name it. We're trying to this college tries to teach you how to be a well-rounded person. And that's pretty rare to find these days because most colleges are strictly career-oriented, and I think that's actually very unfortunate, but that's my personal opinion. So today, I just want to pose a question to you because it was just striking to me when I heard this. But so I went to a 4-year Catholic high school. I had some great times. I learned a lot of good stuff. Never once, though, was I asked the question, what is happiness and how do you attain it? Right? I mean, a lot of people have different ideas about what happiness is. Like, is it just straight up pleasure? Is that what leads to happiness? Is life just one conglomerate of trying to get as much pleasure as you can? Like, is that what happiness is? Maybe that's what you think. Or maybe you think that happiness lies in power. Okay. I don't think that's the case. Like, is happiness something that really lies in the goods you own? And if so, like, that means that your happiness can be stripped from you at any time, right? I mean, it's just like, if you think about it that way. It's like, if your happiness is all built up in the car you own or the house you own, or, having a $5 million electric guitar, I don't know, whatever, just first thing that popped in my mind. But like if that's what your happiness is, okay, or whatever, sleeping with as many women as you want, like whatever it is, like if you believe your happiness is wrapped up in the pleasures you experience and the things you own, it was just really interesting to think about it this way. Is like, well, that means that happiness isn't sustainable. That means it literally, at any point in your life, those things can be stripped from you. They can be gone. You won't be able to experience them anymore. And that's that. Which is really interesting to me because it's like, yeah, well, I think obviously happiness couldn't be that, right? Happiness has to actually boil down to a deeper level. And so, as you all know, I try and approach this channel from a very non-religious standpoint, okay? Like I said, I'm very openly Catholic, happily Catholic, would never renounce it. I think it's the best religion out there. That's how, that's what I believe. But I don't try and bring this, religion into it. So it's really funny because we've been reading a lot of Aristotle. And if you don't know who Aristotle was, he was a Greek philosopher, lived a long, long time ago. And he has some of the most fundamental philosophical ideas really given to the philosophical world as far as I can see. And he's been really interesting because we've been reading a bunch of his stuff. And it's funny because he believes very much what my church believes, which is that, one of the best ways for man to attain happiness is to live a virtuous life, right? To actually go through the struggles and the pains that it takes to actually, make yourself a better man while rejecting, excessive pleasure. Like, obviously, so he has nothing wrong with, he says there's nothing wrong with pleasure, which is, very reasonable thing to hold. I mean, life would be miserable if you could never eat food or, drink the occasional glass of wine or, just just enjoy company with others. Like, that would be awful, okay? Pleasure's a good thing in its place, okay? But it does have its place. It's not the end all. Pleasure is not going to bring about happiness for you. And so his whole point is from his rationalizations of everything, he comes to the conclusion that it is actually virtue, the thing that cannot be stripped from you, that constitutes happiness in man. And so, it doesn't matter if you lose everything. It doesn't matter if you lose your family, your house, your car, whatever the heck it is. Like, if you are a virtuous person, it seems that virtue would be the thing what sticks with you the most. And that actually leads to happiness. Living life in a properly ordered fashion, trying to fulfill your nature to the best possible, like in the best possible way, okay? And that's really been interesting for me to think about, you know, trying to just wrap my head around all that stuff. And so it just seems that happiness maybe is actually wrapped up more in virtue than it is what you own, which is very contrary to what our culture, you know, seems to tell you. It's like, well, you'll be happy if you get a couple $1 million just given to you randomly. Well, the thing about money is, another thing he pointed out was that money is a means to an end. Money is not an end. I mean, I could own literally billions of dollars. Owning that money doesn't mean jack squat, okay? It doesn't. It's using that money that actually matters here. So money is not going to make you happy because it's not in owning the money that's going to make you happy. You know, at least that's not the idea behind it. It's in how you're going to get to use it, okay? And that money is not any indicator of how happy you're going to be, okay? And there are people who have tons of money that I'm pretty sure are a lot more unhappy than I am, you know? And so I don't think money is contrary to popular opinion, is what actually makes you happy. And so I'm still trying to wrap my head around all this stuff, but I just think it's an interesting thing for you to think about. What is happiness? How do you get there? Is it sustainable? Like, is what you think happiness is sustainable, right? And anyways, that's just a thought I wanted to get out there. If you're looking for any kind of work on this, the only thing I can recommend is the Nicomachean Ethics by Aristotle. That's what I've been reading right now. It's been really interesting. I highly recommend looking into it and reading it. It's a little dense, but it's good stuff. So, and that just gives you some rough thoughts on all this stuff. But anyways, I'm glad to be back. I'm gonna try and post a couple more videos here, you know, soon. But happiness, try and figure out what it is. All right, like I keep on talking about living a happy life, living a good life, and recognizing more and more that, like, maybe even my idea of happiness could be very flawed. It's very possible. So I'm trying to wrap my head perfectly around what actual happiness is, how you attain it, and yeah. So it's been interesting. Anyways, thanks for watching Man in the Making. Please subscribe if you haven't already. And like I said, I'll try and get some more videos out. It's good to be back on YouTube. I will see you all later, and have a great day.